Hey, Chino Valley educators, those of you who are using Google Meet to meet with your classes or to meet with your colleagues, wouldn't it be great to always use the same code for your meetings? Well, you can do that, and that's what the tech trainers are doing this week as well. I'm going to show you how to set up that initial code, and then how to continue using it week after week. So up here, Google Meet SSO, which stands for Single Sign-On. If you haven't tapped on that yet, you'll be asked to provide your username and password. Your username and password are, of course, your district Google credentials, which are your full email and your network password. When you're brought into this page, in order to set up that initial cool personalized code, we're going to click on join or start a meeting, and then right here where it says to enter a meeting code or nickname, you'll need to come up with something that is so unique that nobody but the people wanting to join your meeting will type in. So for example, a bad name would be meeting, or even just Smith meeting, because in this world there are probably a lot of people named Smith who are going to hold a meeting. My suggestion would be to include your last name, perhaps the school year, or the name of your school. Since you may know all the surnames in your school, it's a pretty safe bet. So if I were working at Wickman Elementary School, I would probably call it James Wickman 4 for James Wickman 4th grade. Easy to remember. My 4th grade colleagues don't share my name. There's no other school named Wickman that I know of. So I'm going to type that in. And then when I tap on continue, that will save that name as our nickname. Me and all my students will always just, each time it's time for a meeting, come to this page here, type that in, and we'll all be dropped into our meeting together. So the benefit of this method is that everyone remembers what the password is or nickname is, and nobody has to go back into their calendar to find it. The drawback is that you still need to have a regular schedule or some kind of forewarning that there is going to be a time where you are sitting in the meeting waiting for your kids to show up. And so you'll need to establish a protocol either via your Google Classroom or on your school wires. Don't share this code on school wires. That's a public site. And you'll want to make sure that, sorry about that alarm. You'll want to make sure that you don't have strangers joining your Google Meet. So you'll want to share this just the same way you do like your Google Classroom join codes. Keep it private, send it out in an email, send it out in an Aries communication. But this is something that the tech trainers are using. So if the tech trainers say, hey, we're going to have a meeting at this time every day, I'm going to type in my code for tech trainer. This is not it, not sharing it with you. And when I drop in, my colleagues will be sitting there waiting for me, or they'll join me in a minute. I hope that helps everybody. Have a terrific day. And by the way, when you make up your code, don't forget to hit continue. I just didn't want to, set up a useless code. Thanks a ton, guys. Bye.